Public Affairs, once again, welcome to the show. And today we are with Maya Badiat of Passport Services under the Department of State. We are so fortunate because she's answering most of the questions, if not all the questions, that have been actually raised during our programs. Maya, good morning once again and welcome to the program. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you.
Yes, I will be asking you some questions that were asked by our listeners on the show. Now, one particular traveler, during her trip to Europe, lost her passport. What does a person do in that situation?
So if you're traveling abroad and you've lost your passport, you want to make sure that you register it as lost as soon as possible. And you can do that online on our website, travel.state.gov. Again, travel.state.gov. You can report your passport lost or stolen, but you also want to make an appointment at the nearest U.S. Embassy or consulate so you can get a passport to be able to safely travel back home.
Oh, so does that mean it really interrupts their travel? They cannot, go forward with their travel without a passport. Can they travel with a duplicate copy of their passport?
No, they'll need to get a new passport issued by the embassy, an emergency issued passport.
Another question is with regards to a senior who, the inspectors at the entry, they did not realize that her passport was actually expiring soon, So you mentioned earlier about 6 months in advance for the passport. Can you clarify that, please?
Absolutely. A lot of people think that just because they have a valid passport, they're free to travel. We encourage everybody to go to our website and enter in the destination country to find out more information about visa requirements, entry and exit requirements, laws that are particular to that country, and really how to stay safe and have the best trip possible. So if you go to our website, travel.state.gov/destination, that destination page allows you to put the country in and see, do they require a certain amount of validity? Some countries require 3 months, some countries require 6 months. It depends on where you're going. Many travelers find themselves at the gate trying to board the plane and they don't have enough validity. In that case, they want to check appointment availability at our passport agencies and centers. You can also do that on our website. Our passport agencies act like emergency rooms for travelers who have urgent travel and need to get their passport immediately. You need to have proof of travel within 14 days in order to qualify for getting one of those appointments.
So for emergency purpose, what's the most immediate time that you can schedule someone who has an emergency to travel?
Well, if you have an urgent need for a passport and you have proof of travel in the next 14 days, you can check appointment availability. Appointments are limited and it's based on availability, but you can see when the next available appointment is in your area.
I say this because a lot of people ask questions with regards to somebody in the family had died, their parents have died, and they really have to travel, go immediately back home that particular day. Is that an exception to the rule?
Yeah, we basically have two types of appointments. We have these urgent travel appointments that you can check the online system for availability, and that's for anybody who has proof of urgent travel in the next 14 days. For people with life or death emergencies, you gave the example of someone's loved one had died abroad and they need a passport to travel. You would need to provide a couple of things. Number one, proof of emergency. So that could be a death certificate, that could be a letter from a doctor on hospital letterhead signed by the doctor, proof of emergency, and then proof of emergency travel. That's travel within 14 days. If the proof of emergency is not in English, it needs to be translated by a professional translator here in the United States. So really you need 3 things for life or death emergency service: proof of emergency, translation if it's not in English, and proof of emergency travel in the next 14 days.
Thank you so much. We'll be back for more final segment on Public Affairs.